something like that. Just like something
Yeah.
about testosterone
See?
levels.
Yo, that's why I love my girl Natasha. She calls it. She calls the play like Hawkeye in the first Avengers.
She what?
She calls the play like Hawkeye in the first Avengers.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, man, yo,
They can, they can't bank worth a damn. All right.
Hawkeye in Ultron was becoming more self aware about his role there, right?
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
who was panicking at that point? Was it
Either Quicksilver or
Scarlet Witch, right?
no, it was Scarlet Witch. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, "You gotta wake up, man. People can fly, have super strength. I'm running with a bow and arrow. Like, you know what I
Nothing.
mean?
None of this makes
Yeah. None of
sense.
this makes sense. Like, it was great to hear him say that because
Yeah.
it was kind of like the unspoken elephant in the room that people always be like, but what can Hawkeye really do though? You
Yeah.
know, and
It's
man,
true.
the emotional ties he had, man, like the callbacks to Budapest and Endgame with
Yeah.
Natasha and their relationship together was
Yeah.
just like insane. Like you thought that there was a romantic relationship there until Ultron, where you know, oh, they're just really good friends because Hawkeye
Yeah.
is married and you know, like it was a wholesome like platonic friendship that like it's just sad like when he
Don't remind me. Oh my god.
that when Hawkeye cried, like it wasn't, it was deeper than that. It was like this
Yeah.
person that he could relate to, that Natasha also couldn't fly, Natasha also didn't have super strength. He was the only other
Yo,
person,
I know.
yeah, that can relate to
Yeah.
him, you know, and that person's gone. um,
Jeez,
yeah. And
man. Yo, stream. Let's just state the facts. Natasha Romanoff is like top three Avenger.
absolutely,
Probably, yeah.
I agree,
Is one of the most developed characters, and finally has her own damn movie, and we can't even see it.
yeah. Because of the coronavirus. All right. So, what do
It's
you have anything
bullshit.
else to say
About Civil War?
about Ultron? We're
Was
talking about Ultron here.
oh yeah,
Age of
yeah, yeah.
Ultron.
Ultra. Wait, I haven't even moved that yet. But which one is it? Uh,
It's the one where it says Avengers on red on the bottom. Red on the bottom.
oh, it's red. Okay. Um, for me, Age of Ultron would also go in B. Yeah, I wouldn't put it in A,
Yeah. I mean, I
but
might change my mind later on, but right now
yeah,
it's definitely on B. What was the secret
that's fair.
ending to this? Do you remember?
The secret ending was someone reclaiming the Mind Stone. Was it
Oh, wait, which one is
like
the
the Mind
Mind Stone?
Stone going to someone? The scepter, like Loki's scepter.
Yes, I think it was the. I think it was Jane Foster's father, right? Oh no 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 no!
Ooh,
I'm wrong. I'm wrong. That's
actually,
not it.
it's
That's not
very
it.
unclear to me,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna have to check the tapes.
yeah. It might
Yeah.
be the Thanos going. Fine, I'll do it
Oh,
myself. It
that's the
might be
one.
that. It
Yes,
might be
you're right.
that.
Actually, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's the one.
yeah. Because
No, wow. Stream, hit some buttons for me. What is
yeah.
this?
If you remember,
Romulan.
man,
Oh my god,
if you're still here, what is that?
I'm almost out.
Out of product? Sucks, man.
I'm almost out of cherries. Stream. Let's see.
Meanwhile, I'm
Oh my
gonna
god.
start rolling and probably order some Uber Eats.
Yo, stream. If you're in this far, we're just gonna do this out in the open. Fuck it. Like.
All right, Ray, pick the next movie.
Ooh. Okay. So the next movie that comes up in my mind is another B movie.
Hmm.
A
Let's see.
low B movie
See
actually
if
for
we
me
agree
would
on
be
this one.
Iron Man 2.
Ooh.
Yeah. So which one is that one? It's the one where it's the arc reactor and he's like meltdown.
No, that's three, dude.
Oh, that's 3.
Iron Man
Okay.
2 is the one with the explosion in the middle, and Whiplash walking. So I'm gonna put
Oh,
that.
okay, yeah. Okay, so you know what? We don't even have to go really deep into Iron Man 2 because what do you really remember from Iron Man 2?
The bird. I want the bird. You want my help? Give me the bird. That's that's my Iron Man 2 quote, which is Mickey Rourke. Um,
Yo,
uh,
Mickey Rourke's paycheck is what they should have called this fucking
yeah, the bird. I want the
like
bird. Because Justin Hammer from Hammer Industries was like,
he's funny.
yeah. Oh, don't you have
He was a
anything?
better villain.
Can you make them shoot or anything? I make them salute. Salute. Remember that? I can make them salute. No, you don't understand. Opening night tomorrow. The fact that I still remember this shit is nuts.
Okay, well, that's fair. It might be a good movie for you. Would you rate it as B as well, like bottom B?
I did. I did put it as B,
Yeah,
because as much as it helped Tony grow as a person, like it kind of put a lot of he ate a lot of humble pie in that one,
yeah,
because that was the first time that Tony said, "Okay, I might need War Machine. I might need Rhodey on this one." You know, because in the first one it
true.
was next time baby, right? He wasn't there. Let's let's,
Yo,
let's not talk about that right
yo,
now.
and you know what? Fuck Iron Man 2. Now that you mention it, I think that's your next movie that you must introduce. So,
Yeah, yeah,
Iron
yeah, yeah.
Man 2,
Iron Man
next
2,
time.
yeah, Iron Man 2, I'm gonna put the next time baby on that one. Mickey Rourke as Whiplash was really good, and of course,
Yo.
Natasha Romanoff was introduced in this one, so that's a pivotal moment.
Yeah.
And if you watch it again, and when we first get a glimpse of Natasha Romanoff, she was just an assistant.
Yeah.
But when Iron Man 2, when Tony fell because he wanted to land on the roof, but the suit was too heavy and he fell through the living room. When he fell through the living room and Pepper and Natasha were there, Pepper had a scared ass look while Natasha was ready for action. Like she did the
Hmm.
stance, and that was kind of like she almost blew her cover. But that was kind of
Yep.
giving you a little hint that, oh, she's just not an assistant. There's
Yeah.
something there. Hammer
That was
Industries.
that's a good detail. That's a good detail.
Hammer Industries was also not a bad, not a bad guy, but really, dude, whips. That was the bad point for me. It was like, really, is this
It's so primitive. It's like
like
a triangle wheel.
when he was like whipping it on the raceway? That was like
Yeah.
hilarious. He's like whoosh whoosh whoosh. Anyways, yeah. So the next movie we're gonna go with is obviously the one that gave us hope again when it comes to
Yeah.
superhero movies is none other than Iron Man 1. And dude, I am putting this shit. I am sorry to anyone else that thinks that this movie doesn't deserve to be in the S to me. It's in the S to me at least. It is what started it. As much as they say that um, X Men or whatever made really good ones, but no, dude, we're talking about this universe, man. Like the
Yeah.
narrative, the callbacks,
Yeah.
and like the setups was
Hmm.
nuts. You know what I mean? It didn't give us too much, and it didn't pull any punches either. It was just right. Even the villain, they didn't want to go off on it. They said, "Look, let's give him a villain. Let's let him fight himself first. Let's let him fight Obadiah Stane
Yeah.
as Ironmonger, and it's nothing
Yeah.
too crazy yet, you know."
Yeah.
And like,
Beautiful start. Oh,
yeah, absolutely. And we got to see
yeah.
the flaws of the suit and the way that he tinkered with stuff. It was just unique, man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like we got to see Jarvis. Like you know what I mean? Like it was just the
Yeah.
staple was there already. The holograph staples of
Yep.
Tony's dynamic of himself being like a self-righteous, egotistical dude that like
Playboy billionaire.
yeah, dude. And like
Yeah.
there's so much callbacks. Obviously, I am Iron Man. The last thing he said
Yeah.
in this movie was the last thing he said to Thanos, and that was legit his last line because when he was dying, he didn't say one word.
Yeah.
Um, the cheeseburgers with um his thing, and was
His
it
daughter. Yeah.
Iron Man 1 where he gave Pepper the CEO, or no? It was Iron Man 2, right?
Two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There was a callback to that too, and he said, "I'm looking for a new CEO," and then Pepper's like, "Who?" And Tony said, "It's you. It's always been you." And that's what he
Yeah.
said to his message for Pepper.
Queen Endgame. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
always been
it's
you.
always been you. And
Hey, Miss Potts.
hey, Miss Potts, dude. Yeah.
Hey, Miss Potts. The respect. It's not. Hey, Miss Stark.
Yeah.
Hey, Mrs. Stark.
Hey,
It's hey, Miss
bitch.
Potts.
Right? Sup, bitch. It's always been you. um,
Yeah.
and of course, I think this is one of the earliest movies where they gave us the secret ending, and
Yeah.
it was obviously the Cyclops man himself coming out from the shadows. And he says, "I'm here to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative," and
Yo.
that just like,
Chills.
yeah, 100%
Chills.
agree. It was chills. I remember I peed myself in the theaters, and
That's dirt. But I don't blame you because that moment was like, man,
yeah,
could you ever imagine that like 10 years later they would make the highest selling movie of all time? Of all time.
yeah, dude. I mean, fucking Happy Hogan, man. What's his name? He was the guy who directed this one, right? I mean,
John Favreau.
yeah, John
John
Favreau.
Favreau.
Yeah, he was um, Rudy's best friend in the movie Rudy with Sean Astin, aka Samwise from LOTR. There's just so many cool things, and like Iron Man 1, dude, that was just like when he got captured by the terrorist, and that flag, the 10 rings,
Yeah.
is the 10 rings is not till phase like the
I
next
know.
saga,
That's
man.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah. We're in for a ride.
yeah. Like, that's crazy. Like, dude, like uh, Tony, no gang signs, only peace. You know, that's what he said
Dude,
when he wanted to take a picture, and when he crash landed in the desert after escaping, and the helicopter came. What two fingers did he put up to get the chopper's attention? Yeah, he did the peace sign.
wow.
Yeah, like
Dude, you could honestly write a whole essay from Iron Man 1.
yeah. And how many fingers does it take to snap? Two, dude. Like it's always been that. Like
Yo, man. Yo, and you're talking about the hand as well,
hmm yeah,
like the hand touching
yeah. If you look through a lot
in
of like the
movies.
movies, Tony Stark is like holding his right arm, like
Yep.
it's aching or there's something happening there. And a lot of speculation, a lot of YouTube videos are saying that he might lose that arm, but no, dude. It was it was the arm that saved the world, and he was just like those Jericho missiles he's trying to sell. He had the greatest weapon on the earth, the weapon that you only have to fire once. Fucking crazy, dude. Like,
No one man should have all that power.
it's true, man. That was his dark, twisted fantasy.
Yo, stream.
What
Iron
else
Man
is there?
1
And
is a clinic.
dude, and of course, Iron Man 1 had the best line of all. Terrence Howard. How do you? Oh my god.
Yo, Terrence Howard. This guy actually shot to fame because of this line. Stream.
You already
You don't
know.
know what Terrence Howard when like before Iron Man?
Let me see if I get search this up real quick.
I bet you there's also a whole community behind this quote.
Oh, for
Next
sure,
time,
man.
baby.
Right there,
There's a gift.
16 seconds right there.
Yo.
I'm playing it
Man.
right now on stream. There it is.
Yo. that haircut,
Next time, baby.
man,
There wasn't a next time.
man.
There wasn't a next time because he came back and he wasn't invited back. Anyways, Iron Man 1 to me is an S, and not because it was on the same caliber as Infinity War and Endgame in terms of action and all that stuff, but it has way more of a value in setting the whole thing up. If it wasn't for the success of Iron Man, this
Yeah,
all this shit wasn't possible. If it
yeah.
flopped, it would have been nuts.
Yo,
Um,
if Iron Man did not happen, no one would have stopped Thanos, and we would all be fucking. We'll would be in Soul World.
yeah, this would the
Half of us.
Doctor Strange would be doing this. He's like zero.
Yeah.
There's zero chances.
There's no chance.
Yeah.
She doesn't like you.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick
Yeah.
the rivers and the streams. That was TLC, man. Anyways, Ray, give us our next one as we are about to hit the third hour.
Yes, 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 stream. Tell me if you
Are
reach
still
up to
here.
this point because this is getting to the Lord of the Rings
I'm
fucking
cutting it up.
territory.
I'm cutting this into 3 parts now, or 4 parts. This is
That's
our own saga now.
yo, that's hilarious. Um, so let's go back down to the seas. Something that I would probably not watch again, but it's pretty
I think I know
interesting.
what you're talking about.
Yep, that would be Captain Marvel.
Oh
And
man, it's
you know what? I would put her at a high C.
Ray, you better be careful now, Ray.
And I'm just keeping it real. It was all right. It was just all right.
Oh shit, I just.
And don't get me wrong. I grew up in the '90s, and I love Blockbuster. And
Oh,
I
yeah,
actually
I get-
even
yeah.
lived in Los Angeles for a little bit of a time because
you?
that's where my grandparents lived.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's hidden trivia
Yeah.
right there. Cool.
Yeah. So now you know the lore stream.
Wow, now I know where you came from.
Yup. But yeah, it was an all right movie. And the twists in it were kind of like pretty predictable because
Scrolls.
then you have no, what's his face, Jude
Oh,
Law.
Jude Law. Yeah, I kind of saw that
Yeah.
from the beginning. I'm like, oh, this
Yeah,
guy's a
like,
jackass
come
for
on.
sure. Yeah, there wasn't.
But that movie was not made for the Marvel fan. I don't know what it was, like it added something weird to the MCU. And I mean, like, the way they incorporated Captain Marvel into Endgame was also like it just didn't fit really that well.
Yeah, like what was something that she did that you think
In Captain Marvel or in Endgame.
both? Like, was there something that she did or that really made you go, oh, they wouldn't have gotten this far or won even if it wasn't for her? I can't really think of,
Mm,
and I'm not
well,
disregarding her role or anything. I'm just saying that I don't know. Yeah, she did
I
kill the
think
ship, which is pretty good.
it's more of like an actor problem,
Ooh, we're going to this?
because Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, there were other actresses that they were like the people,
Considering.
like the people of the internet were like proposing, and it was like, no, this actress should have gotten it, and like, it's the delivery of the acting was like pretty dry. I mean, like, not trying to be disrespectful, just trying to keep it real.
You think that she
It was
didn't give
dry. It was dry
she
as
didn't
fuck.
give Carl Danvers as much personality as you'd like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, it's just like bland, really vanilla, dry movie that was, in my opinion, and this is just our opinion stream.
Yeah, I've seen
It's just like kind of made to appease this sensational movement
Mm. Oh.
of on screen. Well, the movement is real, but like the sensation is, you know, it's used. It's kind of like weaponized to make money off of you because now you're like, oh, I gotta see that new like Marvel movie that's like all
Mm.
about like women power and like, I mean, the comic book kind of like the comic book demographic
Mhm.
is a lot of
Yeah. There's
like
no.
not younger generations that's interested in these superheroes.
Yeah.
You
Like.
know, it's the people who grew up with them who's just like, yo, let's get it. Like they're actually like fighting. Let's go. So
Yeah.
it's these people who have money who can spend the money on the toys, like the high end toys, and you
That's
know,
what.
like who could
That's
pay
what
for the
this is
movies.
for. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, just keeping it real. This is capitalism. This is like the reality we live in. The world.
Yeah. Taking
This was
advantage of
made to
current
appease
events.
them.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree. It was just kind of like, oh, women empowerment is a thing. Oh, is DC
yeah,
making Wonder Woman? Yeah, I think we have
yeah,
our own little group, and sorry,
yeah,
our own superhero. But and I'm not bashing on women empowerment at all. It's just
yeah.
that don't base this movie as the ultimate women empowerment when Kill Bill
Hmm.
was already out. When there's so much other
Yeah,
movies out there that already kind of prove that
yeah,
point. Like Death Proof, and there's so many movies out there that
yeah.
have
Hmm.
powerful women that take control, and you don't give them as much praise. Like Kill Bill should be
No.
number one on that as to
Yeah,
what a female can do, and
yeah,
my number one gripe with this movie was Captain Marvel never looked like she was in any real trouble.
yeah,
That's all.
dude.
Like I was never like, oh my god, is she gonna die? I was never like that
Yeah,
because she took a lot of things lightly, which plays a lot about her personality as a character. But I don't know, she was upside down and like locked up. Even then, I was like, all right, she's just gonna get out. She's gonna break free, right?
yeah. It's just God mode in this movie.
Pretty much, and I guess that's what
Yeah,
they were trying to show us, where so that we can get a better sense as to why, like, yeah, she destroyed the ship in Endgame,
yeah.
and because she
With
did that.
her, with herself.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Like
yo,
fell out like it.
yo, stream. Let me know what you think about this fucking movie because, like, I hate when I have this white coworker who, oh, fucking, I shot at her. Well, let's just say we don't work together anymore.
Oh, okay, that's
Um,
a current
let's
one.
just say that.
But you
But
do. You're just saying that. Let's just say we're not working, but you're still working.
no, I'm unemployed, so technically we aren't working together, and
Oh,
it's
okay.
not the person that they think it is.
Oh,
If
okay.
they ever see this, like, yeah, fuck you. Um, just like, yeah, like we sat around like the lunchroom and shit, like talking about stuff,
Mm.
kind of just like media and music and current events, and
Pop
then like
culture stuff
we
like that. Yeah.
this it's nice to have some dialogue with white people, but like we're so different, like as like a people,
Mm.
and like what we care about and what you care about are
Very
so
different.
different,
Yeah.
so wildly different,
Yeah.
because like there are people who want to see their kind, uh, whoever these this couldn't apply to anyone, like who, like, let's say for example me, I want to see Filipino people like rise up from the service industry
Mm-hmm.
and like actually take over and just run stuff, because it's not an efficient country, let's be real.
Philippines?
um
No, not so much.
no, I'm talking about like North America and the West. Like it's not efficient
Oh.
here. If you have a Filipino running like just efficiently everything, fuck. This country would be like that Jollibee that you think, holy shit, that line is long. But then you get in the line and it's like, that wasn't so bad at
Yeah.
all. It
Filipinos
was
are
like
like
5 minutes.
machines, dude. Ridiculous.
Yeah. But yeah, so we get to talking about like the politics about Captain Marvel, and then I voiced my opinion about it, and they're like, "Oh, that's like so anti-feminist." Like, no, it's not. I'm actually like thinking, for the thinking for like the sake of the viewer who is like getting suckered into believing in a false reality that like equality is here because we have Captain Marvel as a god mode character in the Marvel movies. No, that's not true.
That's not
And
true.
it's not gonna be the same thing either when Asian people see Shang-Chi in the theaters be like, finally, we see someone like with our skin color. And
Mm-hmm.
yay, like we're finally being represented. The reality is, like, yeah, in the theater we are. Like on screen as Marvel characters.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, like
Let's like step back a little bit and like get out of theater and then still see if that reflects
yeah,
the reality that you live in, which doesn't, not at all. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, so I have some really mixed feelings about this movie because as soon as you tell people your opinion about it, and it's like, whoa, hold on, that's a sensitive topic, and you're like, it's really not. And
Oh
for
man.
me to like come to this understanding of the movie,
Mm-hmm.
and for it to be like kind of dismissed because it's almost anti-feminist,
Mm-hmm.
it's like such a weird world to live in where you want people to express themselves, but then when you have like a certain no, like a taboo, it's like, whoa, yeah, hold on,
Oh yeah.
let's make let's make the line right here. Like, no,
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's
yo,
everything's a gray area now, which is like I don't know, man. It's hard to. That's a whole different subject as to subjectivity in general. It's a whole different
yeah,
topic of what makes it what crosses what in terms of opinions and stuff like that. Especially feminism. There's such a gray area in terms of like what is considered feminist and anti-feminist, and some of these feminists are totally not for equality but for overpowering, which defeats the
yeah,
purpose of, you know what I mean,
it's true. Yeah,
what it is. Do you
it's
want to?
not intersectional. Is like most of the problem in like white feminism is really notorious for non-intersectionalism.
Oh
But let's talk about that Marvel movie that we hate, which is Captain Marvel.
I mean, man, this to me, I was sort of hyped for it, but at the same time, I wasn't. Like, and it's not
Yeah,
because she's a woman and it's about women empowerment. And it's because Captain Marvel in the comics was sort of like the Superman, where it was just like, oh, I'm strong and oh, I can fly in space and stuff like that. So to me, there wasn't anything that we haven't seen before, except it wasn't a man in the suit, it was a woman. And I think
true.
that's where the real feminism is when I can't even tell the difference. That's
Mm,
where it starts. Where I can't
true.
even I'm looking at it without the gender and going, "Oh, it's a superhuman." I'm not even saying
Yeah.
Superman or Superwoman. I'm just saying it's a superhuman, and to me that's kind of boring. And it
Mm,
was because the plot
yeah.
was sort of predictable. We knew where it was going. Like even when Carol Danvers was like, "Oh, who am I? Did I have a past life?" Yes, you did, bitch. Oh my god. Like we know, you know. Um,
Yeah.
we got to see the
Oh
dynamic and
yeah.
the chemistry between her and Nick
And
Fury
Nick
was,
Fury.
which was
Yeah, that
really
was
cool.
cool.
Yeah, and
Young Nick. Yeah, seeing young Nick was cool.
young Nick was really cool. And I liked
It-
her more in Endgame than in her own movie, Carol Danvers.
yeah, sort of. Yeah, that's true. 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 True.
Yeah, because like she had a lot of growth in that one just for that one movie. Where in the beginning, where it says, "Where are you going? Kill Thanos," right? And then Scarlett Johansson was like, "I don't know if you know this, but we're kind of a team here, right?" And at the end, when they fight, she's like, "Don't worry, she's got help," and she worked as a team, which was really good. Like a lot
Yeah.
of growth just for that, for one movie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, and coming from her backstory of a person that was kind of lost in not time but space and not really having a real home and fabricated memories and stuff. She couldn't trust anyone as to why she wanted to do things herself. And with the power she got, she didn't really need anybody. Ronan's ship was easy. She just flew through
True.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it makes sense as to why she said, "I'm gonna go with Thanos because it's what I do." And at the end of Endgame, she kind of figured out you kind of need a team, no matter what, right? So either way,
That's true.
Captain Marvel is still a pretty weak movie, but if they're planning
Yep.
to make a trilogy, hopefully the next ones are better. Prove us wrong. Prove us
Yep.
wrong. That's what.
And if you want to go and actually redeem this movie franchise, in my opinion, I think they should go with the Rogue storyline,
Mm.
where so like apparently they're gonna start introducing X-Men
Mhm.
slowly, but not like as a whole X-Men squad. More like
A little bit.
how they've been introducing, like how Black Panther came in through Civil War,
Mhm.
and like
As
how
individuals
Spider-Man came
instead
through.
of as a group. Cool,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
So if they go with the Rogue storyline where like Rogue touches her, steals